Hello and welcome to the marvelous Michael and Mom's Cancer Podcast.
There was
I'm your official host, Michael Kramer.
I didn't mean to interrupt him. There were just so many M's. Marvelous Michael and Mom. I love it. I'm Ashley. I'm Michael's mom. Hey guys. We're so excited to be just the two of us again.
I know.
Wait, dude. Should notice something different. That is called head, dude.
Buzz cut going on.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we just got back from CancerCon in New York, so we wanted to do a short episode talking about our experience being keynote speakers at CancerCon and how cool it was to travel
For the first time since cancer diagnosis, we traveled. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, 3 weeks ago I got COVID. So
No, that wasn't amazing.
that wasn't amazing, but on the flight there to Atlanta to go to the CancerCon, I was sniffling and blowing my nose the whole time. And I was in a middle seat between these two people, and I felt so bad because the whole flight, I was literally like,
He tested negative a lot though
Yeah, I
before.
did
Don't
te- yeah,
worry.
I did
He
test
was
negative.
COVID free when we flew, but
Yeah.
he was just having after effects.
yeah, but the whole experience of CancerCon was so amazing.
Okay, so let's do an interview, Michael Kramer. First of all, tell us a little bit about what CancerCon is, because I don't think all of our listeners know what CancerCon is. Doesn't it sound fun though, like Comic-Con, but CancerCon?
Yeah, CancerCon is a
I don't know if that sounds fun, a whole convention about cancer, but it really was fun.
It's a convention about cancer for cancer survivors, cancer caregivers, and pretty much anyone affected by cancer.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of like,
But it's for AYAs,
Yeah.
which is adolescents
Adolescents
and
and
young
young
adults.
adults.
So automatically they're like the coolest people ever.
yeah, they are. And there was breakout sessions, there were speakers, there were awesome people there, vendors, and it was a really cool experience to go there and meet a bunch of young adults similar to me who had cancer, have been affected by cancer.
Some going through treatment now, some finished with treatment, some finished recently, some many years ago. That was really interesting to me. I know I asked you a question, but I'm just gonna, what was, impacted me a lot was how cancer really does stay with you forever and ever and ever. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
true.
never,
There are people that are like 8-10 years out of their diagnosis and still there.
and it's still, I don't want to say it's still fresh, but it is. It's like, it definitely, cancer is something that's with you forever and ever. You're never really free from it. But that is also, I do think, part of the gift, because then you've changed who you are, which is amazing. But it's not like, we talked about this actually in our keynote, it's not like you go in remission
No.
and then all of a sudden you're done with cancer. You're still going to cancer conventions.
True. But I have to say, one of the coolest things about CancerCon was the hotel out of Bath.
That was a really cool thing. Did you really get that?
Not to be superficial, but we were there, what was it, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We left Sunday, so we
Yeah.
spent 2 nights.
2 nights in Atlanta, and going to a hotel for the first time forever was really cool. But the best part, I mean, like I said, like there was a bath. Like,
There's
I
a
had to take
bathtub. We don't
And-
have a bathtub in our cute little apartment.
Yeah, and one of the things about having a chronic illness is that I'm really fatigued all the time.
True.
So I was so tired. Like I think I made it to only like 2 or 3 sessions the whole event because
Yeah.
I was either sleeping or upstairs taking a nap because I was just
That's the
exhausted.
same thing, sleeping or upstairs taking a nap. Wait a second. He does have chemo,
Well,
right? People
you know
don't
what?
judge him too harshly.
I'm still tired too, so maybe I should just go upstairs or sleep or take a nap.
Sleep or take a nap. They are the same thing.
But yes, it was an amazing experience, and we gave our speech. It was our first like big keynote speech.
Yeah, because we've done some speaking, but this one was like official keynote. It wasn't just telling our story. And it was really powerful. Of course, we were in a room full of people who embraced us and loved us and had a lot in common with us, which was amazing. But were you nervous?
I was a little bit nervous, to be honest. Were you
Yeah.
nervous?
I was nervous before, But then
Yeah, when we got on stage, it was good.
as
Yeah.
soon as we got on stage, I was just like, this is amazing. And also Michael and I feel like before we went on stage, we were sitting next to each other, and we spoke before the session started and said our reason to be there, and we took it off of the pressure off of ourselves looking good, because the reason we were there
Just to inspire others,
was
connect
to
with others.
inspire and connect with others. So I think that made me less nervous, because all we wanted to do was really share our message and share some of the things that we have learned, and kind of try to just like put that into some words that might inspire. And so I think that helped me not to be as nervous than you too, because
me
we had a
too.
higher goal of like
We
serving.
let the ego go, and
we let the ego go.
we let
Which
them
is
spoke
hard.
from the heart.
Yes.
Yeah, we opened our hearts. That was one of the themes.
He's making fun of me sort
No,
of.
I'm not. I'm not.
Because I always say you have to open your heart.
You do have to open your heart.
I was really blessed to speak actually at the Zumba convention the week before, which was amazing. And it's true, the first thing I said to them there at my session was I thanked them in advance for opening their hearts and minds to the message of happiness that I was giving. And with Michael and I, it was the same. We really just felt like the people there were opening their hearts and minds, and that's all we could have asked for. And that's how the whole weekend felt. Like we felt so open and vulnerable, and being vulnerable is sometimes really scary.
But it's amazing, like Brene Brown, you know?
Like Brene Brown, he's quoting me again. But it is amazing, because what happens when you're vulnerable and you share with the people that kind of get you, you get stronger, and because you know you're not alone. And I think that's what this weekend was about for us, knowing we're not alone. I think that goes for everyone. Sometimes we forget when we're going through really hard stuff and we feel very isolated. But we're all going through stuff.
Yeah. That's
Right?
true.
It is true.
But after CancerCon, where'd we go, Mom?
After CancerCon, we
After-
went
wait,
to the
wait, actually, I have to
CNN
go
building,
back. I have to go back.
and we had food
I have to go back
because we were hungry.
after my speech, like 10 people came up to us asking us for photos, and it was a total
I know.
like celebrity moment, and we just felt so cool and so happy that everyone was touched by our speech.
It was
And it was
really
beautiful.
fun.
It was beautiful.
It was so lovely, that connection. It was palpable, the connection in the room.
Definitely.
You know, as we were speaking and looking around, I just felt like, wow. It was really cool. But where did we go after? So wait, there was also some other sessions that were really powerful. There was one session that we loved, and I feel like we should talk about it really quickly. The one about the men.
Yes.
Men going through cancer, because guys, okay, I'm a girl, obviously. Girls, we tend to open up more. That's just the way we are. I'm not trying to be sexist and put us into groups, but it is true. Women do tend to open up a little bit more easily than men, and it was a great session. Do you want to talk about that? I know that was your favorite session.
Yeah, it was-
Nothing against all the other sessions that were amazing, but that one was...
Definitely my favorite session. I mean, it was a bunch of men talking about their experience with cancer and how people weren't that accepting of them, you know, being really vulnerable, and how a few of them actually tried to commit suicide because they felt so
Yeah.
isolated and alone that they wanted to give up everything because the pain was too much. And it hit home because I'd been through a similar situation before, and it's very difficult, you know, for guys especially. There's this huge stigma, and we try to do our best to erase it, but it still exists out there, and it's tough. But it was awesome to see men opening up, because with my support groups and the people I connect with online, it's typically more females than it is males, and to see a large group of males there talking about their cancer experience and being open, it was really moving, and I'm very happy to have had that opportunity.
I agree. When we walked in the room, I said, you know, I'm a caregiver and I'm a female, is it okay? And they're like, no, we want caregivers too. So there were a few women in the session, and it was very inspiring. It was good for me to hear, because, you know, we always say how we're together a lot and we understand a lot of what the other's going through, but we certainly can't understand everything. So it was really nice. It was really great for me to hear other men talking about opening up. And I do think that, Michael, you have been supported and you do open up a lot. And I always have so much admiration for Michael, because in my head, actually, I thought, wow, it's so hard for him to open up at his age, 19-year-old, 20, 21, now 22, going through this, the fact that he opens up. But I didn't even consider in my head opening up because he's a man as well. So you are even, I mean, you're amazing, but even more incredible, the fact that you're willing to be so vulnerable, not only as a 22-year-old, which is a hard age to be open and vulnerable, but also as a male. And I think that makes you such a great role model for so many people. Like, truly, yeah, I think it was just really wonderful to hear these men, and a lot of men in the room spoke out. And wow, it was so emotional and so intense. I left that room like, felt like it was like a big old emotional cleanse, but it was so beautiful and so powerful, even more powerful. Like, I just admired them so much. I think sometimes we hold in our fears and our anxieties because we're afraid people will judge us, but it is the opposite. We just related to them and thought they were just incredible for sharing their experiences. So that was amazing. And then I was really blessed to go to a session for caregivers. And that was so nice to bond with other caregivers, because all you caregivers listening to this, and parents, people caring for your adult or older parents, or if your parents caring for your kids, even if it's not through cancer, it is hard. And I just admire you so much. And of course, I'm one of you, but I admire you guys a lot. It was a beautiful session to bond with them and hear some of their struggles as well, because there are a lot of struggles as a caregiver too.
For sure. I mean, it was just awesome to be at CancerCon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after
oh my gosh, wait, and just have to say for them, it was so good because it was super professional. Like, everything was organized, well done, well laid out. It was literally impeccable, the organization, yet as organized and professional as it was like a family.
Yeah, it was definitely like a family.
Yeah. So
everyone was so easy to talk to.
Yes.
And just say hi. So if anyone's listening and wants to go to CancerCon next year, you should definitely go, because definitely a worthy experience.
We had such a great experience. Yes. Okay. So then after CancerCon, I was kind of joking. I said we went out to dinner, because we did. We got food before we got on the plane.
Yeah, we took a flight to Newark, New Jersey.
We flew into Newark, but we went to Manhattan, which was so cool. Michael, last time he was there, he was 2. So he didn't really remember it.
It was not technically my first time, but it really was my first time seeing the city.
Yeah.
And we were there doing some filming for Cancer Buddy. So that was really exciting to be there in person.
If you don't know, it's an app.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bumble.
It works like Bumble, but except for cancer patients, to meet other cancer patients. You kind of just see profiles. You can friend request them. Totally recommend if you're a cancer patient or a caregiver and you need someone to talk to, or just want someone to talk to, or maybe you're trying to find the love of your life.
Well, it's not really set up for finding the love of your life.
It's not, but who knows?
Who knows? You never know where you're going to meet the love of your life. Maybe you are going to meet them on Cancer Buddy. Okay.
Who knows?
But it is
definitely recommend downloading.
Definitely recommend downloading. It's amazing. So we were blessed to be asked to go to New York to do a little promo filming for Cancer Buddy, because we used this app, the two of us, and it was first of all, it was really cool. The woman that runs Cancer Buddy is a goddess and an angel, and works her tush off to try to connect people in the cancer community, which is beautiful. Christina Merrill, put your name out there. And it was really cool to just talk about the app, to be there.
Definitely cool to get the experience of traveling and doing all this good work. It's hard to travel with an illness, all the medications we had to bring.
Oh my God.
The extra medications in case we got delayed, and always thinking about if I'm going to get sick, but
because
definitely.
Michael is still on a lot of meds. He takes a lot of pills every day. So the organization that went into packing his meds, it was definitely a mission, because we wanted to organize everything, and we did it, and he did not miss one medication. And but you don't think about those things. That was a big thing. being tired was a big thing.
The fatigue was so real.
It is real, and dealing with a chronic illness and traveling, that was tough, and you take it for granted, you know. I call myself a healthy person, but I take it for granted, and it was challenging for you, but you rose up, and you know
did
what
my
was
best.
No, you know what was really good, and I was so proud of him, and this is what I will encourage everyone to do. So what we decided before we went was no pressure. Like, we went to CancerCon, there were a lot of sessions, which was amazing. It was jam-packed schedule, but we did not go to that many sessions because Michael needed to take breaks and rest, and that is okay. Like, we did what we could do, and we put no pressure on ourselves. Same thing when we went to New York. We're like, oh my God, should we go do a lot of touristy things? Honestly, we went out to dinner just one night, and that was it because it was too much. But that's okay. It was still amazing.
It was still amazing. And one message I have to say right now is, don't let your illness control you. Let it guide you.
Oh, yes.
And that is one thing that we talked about in our speech, and I want everyone to listen to today. And it can go for not just illness, it can go for life. Illness. Don't let your life control you. Let it guide you.
Yes. And you have to let it go. Like, don't ignore it either. That's what I love. Michael happened to say that, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, you have to put that in your keynote speech. It's so powerful. Like, he said that to me, and I wrote it down. I was like, you are not forgetting what you just said. That sentence was so impactful. But it does work for everything in life, you know? Like, sometimes we get overwhelmed with things. Don't ignore those things. Let them guide you. I love it. It works for me as a caregiver. It works for you with a chronic illness. I think it's such a smart thing. I know you're such a smart guy.
Thank you, but
he does have a little bit of chemo brain. He does forget things sometimes, but
I still have a lot to learn, but we're doing our best here at the Michael and Mom.
So much to learn constantly. I have so much to learn. But this was amazing that we went on this trip. We managed. We survived. Did you get another Michael and Mom moment? Michael, did you get sick of your mom on this trip? You were together 24/7.
No, I mean, my mom is my best friend, so I can't.
Oh, that was really sweet. I didn't get sick of him either. I really like him. It's kind of cool.
Me too.
What do you think?
Thank you for listening to our short episode.
This was like a little storytelling episode.
It was our storytelling, for sure.
Michael and Mom travel.
Michael and Mom talk. CancerCon, Cancer Buddy.
Yes. So,
we love you guys.
We love you. Appreciate the ones you're with.
For sure.
Enjoy your day. Don't push yourself too much, but do push yourself a little bit. Get out of your comfort zone. But yeah, we love you.
Official goodbye from your host, Michael.
And the other host, Ashlee Kramer, Michael's mom. We love you. Mwah.